Hey, welcome to the Nuclear Chowder Show. My name is Mike Brooks, and thanks for tuning in. And actually, this is the very first installment of the show. So I wanted to welcome you. Thanks for watching, and talk to you a little bit about what Nuclear Chowder is, because it's not your typical business name. The full name of my company is Nuclear Chowder Marketing. I obviously do maybe not so obviously, I do internet marketing. And I've been doing this for a long time. So to explain the name, I have to kind of go back and give you a little history. So first of all, I want to tell you about what this is all about, just on a broad level here. This is a show. This is, I love doing videos. I love speaking. I love talking to people. So for me, to create content that people can consume, my favorite media is video first. I love blogging second. So the video will then go into a blog. I'll do a little bit of writing, a lot of probably video heavy, unless I get on a roll. Sometimes I get on a roll where I write and write and write, and then it becomes, written heavy, heavy writing. So a couple things about this show is that they will be probably about 10 minutes-ish, 5 minutes, and really there's no, I'm not going to put a time limit on myself. So a show on the internet, when you're making a show, my tea. You know what? Hang on. Hold that thought. I put tea on, and I can hear it upstairs. So I've already ruined one teapot recently by turning it on and leaving it and going somewhere else and getting distracted and having it ruin, like boil the enamel off the pot. So let me pause this, and I'm going to go get the tea. That was hot. That was too hot. All right. So I'm glad that actually happened, because it helps me to explain and illustrate what this is about. Out of breath from running up and down the stairs. Anyway, these are going to be, this show is going to be simple. I've made some rules for myself when creating content. And as you're watching these, hopefully you're using the advice that I'm giving you, the tips, the tricks, strategies to create your own strategy. And one thing that you're going to hear me say over and over again, not everything works for every single business. So I do want to say that. I'm not going to tell you one size fits all and do this. I'm never going to tell you that. Every business is different. Every business is unique. I think a lot of things, there is a difference between not doing something because you're in this bubble of worry, and we'll talk about that in other, that's a good term, man. I like that. I just invented that, bubble of worry. Putting yourself in a bubble of worry. So we'll talk about that. I'm going to jot that down. Hang on. So hold the phone. So one of the we'll talk about the bubble of worry, and the bubble of worry is this little thing you get yourself in where you don't allow yourself to do things. You don't give yourself the freedom to make mistakes. There's a difference between that and doing something that's incongruent with your business. Like if you're an attorney, for example, and you dress in a suit every single day, your professional persona is you do that for a very specific reason, and then you decide to do videos like this and you go out and you do it in a t-shirt. It's incongruent with your business. Bad idea, right? But my content creation strategy, and what I tell people, very important, is to make it simple on yourself. Content it's not easy to create. And if you make it difficult, the more difficult you make it, the more layers you put on it, the more you're not going to do it. The more you're setting up boundaries and barriers to success, and you're going to end up not doing it. So that's rule number one for this show, is I'm making it very, very simple. So I'm not mic'd. I'm talking right to the camera. I have one light there. It's a kind of a pseudo-professional light. It's not expensive or anything, but the reason is because it's in my office here, and it's just dark in my office, so I have to get a light. But I'm not going to concern myself whether it's a super professional light, whether it's pointed at me the right way, whether the shadows are right. I'm going to do this on I've got a flip camera here that I'm doing it on. So obviously the video production is not super quality, and I don't care about that, because I am going to make this easy on myself. If I'm driving in my car and I happen to have my video camera with me, which I will, because I keep it with me all the time, because I'm setting myself up for success, and something comes up that I want to do a show on, I'm going to do it. I don't care if I'm not dressed right. I'm going to be completely real and transparent with you, because that's the kind of people I want to do business with. I want to do business with people who are real, and I want to have people accept me for who I am and what I am. I don't want to have to be fake and phony around people. So I've very strategically done that and set myself up for success with this content by saying these shows can be off the cuff, unscripted. If there's a flub like there was just now, I had to run upstairs and turn the teapot off. I'm not going to refilm it. I'm going to hit the pause button. I'll take the edit out so you don't have to see me walking at the camera and look at my big stomach coming at you. But I'm not going to set it up so that I have to go and edit things to the point where it's going to take me hours and hours to do this. So this show is not going to be a professional show with professional lighting. Not yet. I mean, maybe one day if my business is, you know, right? I'm a one-person show, man. I don't have a camera crew. But if my business isn't a one-person show one day, and that's by design. You know, I haven't wanted it to be more than a one-person show, but that's irrelevant. But I'm not going to say that I'll never have it be professional. Maybe I will. Maybe I will one day for fun of it. But I like this. I like the freedom of just talking straight to the camera. So that's what the show is about. And nuclear chowder, I want to kind of explain that a little bit about what it is so that you understand where I'm coming from. A long time ago, I got into a partnership in a martial arts school. I became a part owner of a martial arts school, and I was handling all the business stuff. So my first charge in the business, my job in the business was to market the business and grow the business. And I learned everything I could about marketing. And I got really, really good at internet marketing to the point, you know, fast forward as the school started going crazy successful, people in my community, members of the school, parents who owned businesses of their own, started realizing what I was doing and wanted me to help them with it on the internet. So I started to become the go-to guy on internet marketing while I was running the martial arts school. And one day a parent had asked me, who owned a business, asked me to hire, if he could hire me to do this stuff. And I was like, I need a business name. So I went out and got a business name, and I just was like, you know, MSB2 Consulting. My initials, MSB, the number 2, which meant I have 2 businesses. It was like I thought of it on my way to go register that name. So there was really no thought put into it. And then I created the name Offline Marketing Online for a website, and that came out of wanting to do this SEO stuff. So there was no real meaning behind the names that I had, and it's something I've struggled with for a long time. And I finally sat down and said, you know what, I'm going to do something for my business, because I do a lot of marketing for other people's businesses. And I'm going to build my business. I'm going to build my brand, which is what I'm doing with this show. And I wanted it to mean something. I wanted to have meaning. So I thought about a bunch of different names, and the wackiest one that came to my head, because I have, and that's number one, is like I like to joke. I feel like I have a sense of humor. You may not think I'm funny, but I think I'm funny. So I like to laugh. I like to have humor injected in what I do. So I thought I wanted a kind of goofy name. So I came up with the Nuclear Chowder marketing name. That's still really hot. Tea first, film later. That's lesson number 1. So the name to me, and I want to break it down, what it means. Nuclear to me, the word nuclear, meaning new, meaning powerful, meaning can be dangerous if not used in the right way. So they're kind of like nuclear to blow up your results, to expand, to blow your results through the roof, you know, to use some slang, but not blow it up in a bad way, you know, not a mushroom cloud that destroys your business. Because if you don't do marketing right, if you do social media wrong, if you're not on the internet at all, that's a mushroom cloud. So that kind of visual to me is that, okay, people need to focus on this stuff to blow away their prospects and customers, to just blow them away with phenomenal marketing that blows them away. Done wrong or not done at all, it can blow up the building, man, a mushroom cloud overhead. So that's where the word nuclear came up. And really the idea of self-sustaining energy, you know, this powerful energy source that radiates out of the business. Chowder, it came up because I always go to vacation at Cape Cod a lot. Love Cape Cod, and the reason I love Cape Cod is for the clam chowder. It's like the best on the Cape, best clam chowder in the world, and it's one of those comfort foods that I always love, and can't wait to get my hands on a bowl of clam chowder when I'm heading towards the Cape. So the name Chowder just came to my head because it kind of feeds your soul. You know, it's comfort food, and the idea of that name in the business is blowing, you know, nuclear, blowing away your prospects and customers to turn them into paying customers and feed your bank account. delicious money that's coming into your business and feeding the soul of your business to grow. So that's where that name came from, Nuclear Chowder Marketing. And I wanted to give you a little insight because a lot of people are like looking at me like, what's the name of your business again? And that was another part of what I wanted. I wanted that conversation piece. I don't want people to go, Nuclear Chowder Marketing. What are you marketing? A restaurant? So that's the goal of that name. I wanted to give you the thought process behind that name, so you go, okay, it does mean something, and it's a deep meaning to me that I want to give everybody who touches my marketing material, whether it's training online or whether it's in-person consulting. I want to give my clients, my audience, the tools that they need to create a self-sustaining, I can't say that word, self-sustaining energy source of pure marketing that will blow away everybody who looks at it and just feed your bank account forever. That's the goal of Nuclear Chowder Marketing. And thanks for coming to the show. I don't know how long this video is going to be. We'll kind of see. You know, I'm assuming these things are going to be 10 minutes-ish. You know, but I'll probably do random shows. The shows can be anywhere, I'd say, from 2 minutes to probably 15 minutes, I think, is the tops I can load on YouTube. So that's what the show's going to be. And just welcome, and I'll talk to you on the next show.